Hello, my angels. So I have uh, more Aliexpress stuff. Most of the stuff that's coming in is Aliexpress. One or two items are from like DHgate. That's pretty much it. I did a lot of Aliexpress shopping since I started doing the Aliexpress surfing videos. And I'm very content with the things that I've been receiving. So we'll see. So this one was weird because I joined their affiliate program and I think I got approved. I don't know how this works. And then all of a sudden these prices started popping up where it's like half the price. So when I ordered this, it was $27.59 for all of these items. But then when you look at the actual value of what the cost was, like it shows you like what each item is, it was $41. So apparently I got $14 off. And I don't know if I got $14 off to promote these items, like as a, or if it's something new that they're doing to compete with Temu because they're losing a lot of clients to Temu. So now they have like those flash deals where you get discounts and then they show you what the retail value of it is. So this is supposed to be for like your car, because I have such a difficult time trying to keep my phone up. Right now I have one where it sticks to the window and then it has like a snake like thing that then attaches to the dashboard and then it goes up and then my phone hangs there. And it's cool because it holds the phone, but when I have a thick case like I do now, I don't know where my phone is. It's charging here. So I have this one, right? And if it were flat, it would fit perfectly, but because it has this little here and it's a little bit thicker, then it pops off every now and then. That is so annoying. So I have to, I mean, right now this is the one that I'm rocking because I don't really want to buy a new phone. I have a couple of cases. I'll probably upgrade to an iPhone. I'm trying to get an iPhone for free for the documentary. See if they'll honor that. So this one, hold on. It goes like this. So you always put this in first and then you put this on top. And then you can clip it in. This expands. See if it fits this phone. No, this is gonna pop off. I can tell you right now. While I'm driving, I hit a couple of bumps, it might pop off. Maybe, maybe not. And then what happens is that this is supposed to go right where your dashboard is, where you see the speed limit and whether your car is hot or cold. It's supposed to fit like that over it, like that. So it's right in front of your face like a GPS, and it's right over there. I don't know if this is actually, it stretches pretty far. So it's not like, you know, it'll stretch pretty far. I don't know if this is gonna fit. I have to try it on my car, but I figured it was a nice alternative. And if it didn't, I always just take this off and this, and I attach these two pieces to something else, and then I'll just use this for something else. I mean, I could even attach it here to hold my camera if I had like a thing right in front of my face, and I could put that there and then have the ring light back here, but it's not going to work for this right now. Then I got this for my cat, and then we'll go into some other like useful stuff. So you guys, be careful with Q-tips. I put a Q-tip really far in my ear. I've been having like ear blockages and ear infections since I went to Sedona in July of 2021. And I got an ear infection there because I used a Q-tip at the Airbnb and they didn't have a cover on the Q-tips, and I still used it anyway and I got an ear infection. And then ever since then, this ear's been blocking. I got vertigo that December. So there's something wrong with my ENT system. And you guys know I'm always blowing my nose or whatever. I feel like there's something completely wrong with the whole system. So I got to find someone that's going to help me. But right now, I cannot hear anything out of this ear. I think I put the Q-tip too far in. I hope I didn't rupture my ear. It's almost like I'm deaf in this ear. I mean, like if I put the headphones in, I'll hear a little bit, but it's so faint. And I was looking up, because, you know, I had that thing with the C twice, you know, the whole thing that caused everyone to stay home. And I was looking it up online, and they talk about how a lot of people are losing hearing because of the infection in your system. I'm hoping it's not that. So I'm like debating on self-medicating and just taking antibiotics and hoping that that'll open it up. I'm just telling you in case you know anyone who's going through this. I'm going to take a decongestant first, see if it'll open up my ears, because maybe it's just inflamed. But I do need to see an ENT because I want to make sure it's not mold. Because remember, they just tore down the ceiling, and this happened after they did that. So maybe there was mold in the ceiling and it got in my system and now it's affecting everything. That's a possibility. Could be that I put the Q-tip too far in. That's another possibility. Could be the infection from that thing. That's another possibility. So just want to throw that out there in case you know someone who's like, I can't hear out of one ear. could be a byproduct of getting sick, the infection, or it could be something else. Maybe they put the Q-tip too far in, or it could be something else. So I just wanted to, I'm always trying to teach what I know, because we're all a community. I love my people. Like, if you're new and you're like, I don't need to hear this, well then whatever. But my people, my OGs, my subscribers, they like to know this stuff. So that's why I talk about it. So I got this for my cat. I don't know if it's gonna fit her. I mean, it's stretchy, and it's a really pretty pattern, and she puts her little front feet here, and then it's like a little turtleneck. And this was like $2 or $3. So I just thought it was a really cute sweater. It doesn't look inexpensive. It looks really nice. And I love this pattern. It reminds me of Ireland every time I see this pattern, you know, like the Irish sweaters and how they knit. I don't know, it just does. Then this came in. I have no idea what this is. I didn't open it yet. Oh, this said paper towel holder. This is a toilet paper holder. It's not a paper towel holder. This is not going to do what I need it to do, because this is not what was advertised. But apparently, it's a paper towel holder. So I'm going to see if maybe I could, because the one I have now for my toilet paper, I don't like it at all. It's like falling out of the wall. It's like this old white ceramic material, and I just don't like it. So I'm going to see if I can take it out and just stick this to the wall, and maybe it'll work. Or if I have to drill 2 holes in it, then I'll just drill it in. But it's tile. So, I mean, I could drill it into probably 1. Yeah, I could do that. I could drill it in. I could put a hole here, put it in the existing hole that's there now, put plaster in the other one, stick this to the wall, and hopefully it'll stay in because it's drilled into at least 1 hole, and then the other one will be stuck on. And if not, I only need 1 hole, and I can put it like this vertically. So I can put it in the existing hole now. Like, I could drill a hole through here because, you know, I have all my tools and stuff. Drill a hole through here, just have it stick like this, and it'll just stand upright. So I think I'm going to do that because I really dislike, and everything is silver in that bathroom. It's a very small bathroom. It's literally this big. This big. This is how big the bathroom is. You know what I mean? It's the toilet, and right in front of you is the sink, and then the vanity. It is this big. It's like a half bath. I really dislike it. Like, to the point where every time I go to use the bathroom, I'm like, I hate the way this looks. Because it's like, I just didn't like it. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to drill a hole in it, and I'm going to try and use the same hole that's there, stand it like this, and then just close the other one up. This is how my brain works. I'm very solution oriented. I don't look at something and I'm like, oh, you know, like, if there's nothing I can do, then I'll give it away. But I could fix this. I could fix this. Okay. Not what I expected, though. Another one, I already have one of these milk frothers, but I love it so much that if it broke, I would get upset. I paid like $15 for it. This was like $3. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a backup. And I like it for when I put cream in my coffee. Like the creamer, I only use Delight Almond Joy, the coconut creamer. It is so good. And then the almond, and then Delight, again, the same company. Caramel macchiato, which reminds me of like a Starbucks caramel macchiato. But then Starbucks has the caramel macchiato, and it's so much better than the Delight. It's completely different experience. So I gotta find out where that is, because I want to buy a couple bottles of that, because that one's amazing. I put the creamer in first, then I turn on the Nespresso machine, the Nespresso machine. The coffee pours in, but it stays on the bottom. So I use this to kind of mix it, and I go up and down, and then the Nespresso machine already creates the froth, but if I use a smaller one, it doesn't. And I like it. It just makes my life easier. It creates that little foam that we all love when we're drinking cappuccinos. And it brings me peace. So I got this as a backup to that one. Because for the dollar cost average, for what I paid for that one plus this one, you divide it by 2. It's a better deal than if I just bought the one. These are headphones. So, you know, I got the Lenovo headphones from Temu. And I love them. They're amazing. So then but these were like $3 or $5, like something ridiculous. And they're orange and they're circular. And I don't know the name of the brand. I have to look it up. But the links will be below. And they look just like the Temu ones. So I'm hoping they have the same battery power. And I thought that this was cute to give like my brother for his birthday. So what I'm giving my brother for his birthday this year was the Salvatore Ferragamo bag with the hand cream, the perfume, and the lip balm. You guys saw that if you saw my other video. And they're travel sizes. It's what you get in first class, and I just bought them online. But I wanted to give him a pair of headphones, not the orange ones. I don't think these would be for him. It does come with the charging cable and this. So I like this one. I don't know how it's gonna last, what it's gonna do. I might give that one maybe to his girlfriend. I got this, but I gotta see. I'm very hesitant with stuff from China, directly from China, not through like a name brand, because I feel like they hack your software. It's my theory. It's not true. I'm not saying it's true. It's just something that I feel in my gut. Like so I'm very hesitant on like using this on my equipment, but I have a Mac, and with the Mac, you only get like 2 ports in the back or 3, and I don't use the wireless keyboard because I feel like you're just wasting batteries, or the wireless mouse. I have them in case I need them, but I don't use them. I like the wired ones. So that's already taking up 2 wires. And then sometimes I have a USB, and then I want to add some, and then I also have the disc reader. So then it's not enough. So I figured I could plug this in. I have 7 ports. You only turn on the port that you're using, and then you can go ahead and process it. I just want to make sure it's 2.0 high speed, which sucks. It should have been 3.0 is better. 2.0 really sucked. It's going to be slower than I imagined. But I would try it out. I'm really upset about that now that I look at it. I would try it out, and I would see. It has it didn't come with a cable for it, but it does have like an auxiliary cable, and I'm wondering if I have one that fits, maybe it'll make it go faster. It gives it more power. So maybe it will go faster than if I just plug it in with the USB. But it didn't come with the auxiliary cord. It just came with the USB. So I'm going to try this out. I'm going to see. I'm going to pray and hope that everything will be fine. And I'm going to use this for the Mac to see if I can have more ports. You know, because I have my external hard drive. Sometimes I want to transfer stuff. Like I transfer to the Mac via AirDrop from my phone to the Mac so I can empty out my phone. Then I put it on a hard drive so that I have it in case I need to look it up. So that's one. Then I have the disc reader in case I'm like, I want to upload a disc music wise, and then, you know, put it into my iTunes so that I could put it on my iPod or my phone. And then I have the USB, another one that I have for something else. So that's why I did that. I could throw this out. I'm not returning any of this stuff because it was so inexpensive. It's, you know, like, even if it doesn't work, it's not worth it. This is the other round one that I got. In case you guys are interested in headphones, I recommend the Lenovo LP40 and the Lenovo LP40 Plus from Temu. If you're going to buy headphones, buy those. I don't recommend these at all. But if you're on a budget, these are only $3 to $5. If it's just a replacement headphone, I don't know the power of this. To me, they look just like the other ones. This one's purple. Okay, yeah, so this is the one that I was going to give my brother's girlfriend. Not sure what the quality is for sound, but I just thought they were cute. So I guess I would have given my brother the orange ones. But then I had these. I bought these. I bought 2 pair. But I kind of like one. This one. This is another set of headphones. If I don't give it to them, I'm going to give it to someone. You know what I mean? Like, I might give it away on the channel. That's why I buy these things. I'm like, because you never know. Somebody's birthday comes up, you give them a pair of headphones. They don't have one. They're, oh my God, thank you so much, you know? They think you spent a lot more than you did. So these, see, these have the number on the front. It's 85% charged. I think these are cute. I should give these to my brother, but I'm probably going to keep them because I think they're super cute. Is it going to fit? It might fit. Oh my God, where is it? Okay, remember the Nintendo Game Boy? Oh Lord, please fit. The Nintendo Game Boy things that I bought. Oh my God, please fit. And I was so upset. I was really upset that it didn't fit. Oh, where did I put them? I think I might have put them in the giveaway bag. Hold on. Yes, I did put them in the giveaway bag. Yes. Okay. Please fit. Oh. No. Well, it fits better. Still short. No. Dear. Look, it's weird. It doesn't fit perfectly. I mean, it kind of fits though. I mean, it's stuck. It's not coming off. I might keep this one then. I don't think it's going to stay. I would glue it on here, but then I'd be ruining the... Man. So close. It's just a tad. Look. Just a tad bit smaller. Like if it was like this. The top kind of fits because the top stayed on. But I think that if I put it in my bag, the top's not going to stay on. See, it's like, see that gap right there? But it did kind of almost fit. Oh, man. I'm going to try and keep it. Command strips, maybe? Because when you take the command strips off, it doesn't leave the residue, right? I could put one vertically like this. Like that, probably. Like this. And then the other one on top. It's closer than all the other ones. I feel like, you see how easy it comes off? I feel like if it's in my bag, it's just going to come off. That's why I was like, well, maybe if I command strip it on the top and the bottom, and then when I take it off, I'll just use Goo Gone. I'm trying here. But it doesn't even look good like this. It doesn't. I'm trying to make it look cute. No, it just looks off. Close. I was close. I mean, it's kind of staying on. Nope, it just fell off. Darn it. Now it says 50%. Oh, maybe that's the volume? Now it says 49. 48. 47. That can't be power. 46. 45. I don't know what these numbers mean. If this is the battery life, then it dies really quickly. We'll find out. But I was thinking of giving... I really was excited about it. I was really thinking of giving these to my brother. Because I feel like these are more professional looking than the orange ones. The orange ones I might just keep for like when I travel and I don't want to lose my real headphones. I would probably take the orange ones with me because they're more like Caribbean fun, whatever, anyway. Like to a warm climate or even like Europe, I don't care. And just wear those, and then if I lose them or I break them or whatever, I don't care. I'm on vacation. They were $5 or $3. You know, like I really like the Lenovo ones a lot. I really recommend them. I don't know why the numbers. I don't know what the numbers mean and why they keep going down. But okay, weird. And then is there anything else in here? Yeah. So this is not going to interest you guys at all. This is something for my toolkit for work. But what these are, they fell out. Hold on. It's this one. Hold on, sorry. So if you've ever, this smells so bad. If you've ever stripped a screw, this helps you unstrip it. So basically what you do is you drill into it and then you use this to pull it out. To kind of pull it out. I have to look again. I don't know if you drill this one in first and then this one. I think it's this one first and then you use this to kind of pull it out because it has like the threading. But it could be either or. But this is basically how you take a very stripped screw that you're like, what am I going to do? I got to get this out. And you can either use this. Sometimes you just put this one in reverse. One you put forward and then you put it in reverse. I can't remember which one it is. I have to look it up. But when you put it in reverse, it just pulls the screw out just enough, either completely or just enough that you can then take a wrench and unscrew it manually by putting it around the screw and then kind of twisting it and twisting it and twisting it. But it'll give you that extra oomph that you need. I actually had a piece of furniture where I put in that long thing that connects two pieces of wood together, and then the top broke off. And I could not get the bottom piece out. It was already in the wood flush. So I had to take a knife, a box cutter, and just work around the edge of that piece. And I just kept working around it, like cutting it in. Because remember, when you put the two pieces of wood together, you're not going to see that. So it was just the tip. I just needed to get it deep enough. So I was just chipping all the way around. It took me like 25 minutes. And then I took a wrench and I was able to then get under it, you know, because I had already, like, it was like this. It was flush. So then I chipped around it and I was able to get under it and twist it a little bit. And then I was able to take a real wrench and then twist it out and then put the replacement piece back in, because I always have spares because I keep everything. And I was able to finish the job. I obviously didn't charge my client for that time, but I was like, I've never, in the 12 years I've been assembling furniture, never once has that happened. And it happened. And I was like, this is so embarrassing. So then there are these. I don't recommend these, but I'm going to show you them so you know not to buy them. What's in here? Hold on. Anything? Bueller? No? Throw this out. It has different earbuds in case you want to change the size of the earbuds. The reason I don't like these, and I didn't see them, I just bought them because I thought they were cool looking, but I would have never in a million years thought this would not have had a case. Everybody complains about it. So they're open like this. You charge them like this. But they say that every time, and they fit your earbuds like this. I don't like these. I was thinking of giving these to my brother. But the reason I wouldn't give it to him, I don't know if I should give these away or not, is, so this is a charging station. And you probably have to put it in like a case. There was that one that I recommended on Temu. I'm going to put the link below. That it's just like a leather case that opens and closes. So you would keep these in there, I would think. It's not going to fit this because the top doesn't stay on. You put this in like a little box or something, or a little leather pouch, and you can take them with you. People say whenever you charge them, you have to unlink the Bluetooth. I don't know why. So you have to unlink them, disconnect them, and then you have to put them back in and reconnect them every time. And that's annoying. So they were very inexpensive. They're good replacement ones, but that's annoying. So I don't know. That's what the reviews were saying. And I should have looked at the reviews before I bought this, but it was so inexpensive. I think it was like $1.50 or $2. And now I know why. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I can always give these away to somebody. Or, you know, sometimes people come by your house and you're like, here, just take them. And they're like, oh my God, you know, and they get happy. But that's the only negative thing, is it doesn't have a case that closes, that's open. And it doesn't, you have to reconnect it. You have to disconnect it to charge it. Like, it won't even charge, they said, unless you disconnect it. And then you have to reconnect it. And I think you have to reconnect each one, like individually. There's like a right and a left. I don't know. So I don't know what to do with this one. I don't know if I should give it away. I don't know if anybody would want it. I don't know if I should just give these to my brother and he could play with them. Maybe he'll get annoyed with it. I don't know what to do with this one, but I didn't see this until I read the reviews after the fact. So that's why I bought all these, because at first I was like, oh, one for my brother, one for his girlfriend. And then the orange ones were so inexpensive that I was like, I'll just buy those two, whatever. The orange ones I am going to use for travel. I'm definitely going to keep those for myself and use them for travel. The black ones I'm debating, because I'm already giving my brother for his birthday that Salvatore Ferragamo makeup bag, and then like the little perfume, the lip balm, and the hand cream, right? From the first class Salvatore Ferragamo bag, right? Then I was gonna give him something else. I forgot what. I think it was the headphones. I think that's enough. I mean, my brother never gives me anything for my birthday. He bought me a cake once and he gave me a card once. My whole life. He's better now because he has a girlfriend and his girlfriend loves me. So she's like, you got to get your sister something. Like, he finally gave me a Christmas present. Finally, after how old is he? 30 something? After all these years. And here I am buying him everything. Beatles collection, CD collection. The Beatles, the drum set thing that they had when PlayStation did that. The Beatles records, I get him, like, whenever I see one, I buy it and then I give it to him because he likes the Beatles and so do I. So we get these. I got him the Beatles collector's Monopoly. I bought him a laptop twice. I got him like so many different things, and he's never once given me anything for Christmas until this year when he has a girlfriend, because she was like, you have to give your sister something. And they gave me $100, and I'm at peace with that. Like, but he's my brother, and I love him, and I'm older, so I'm supposed to make sure that they're taken care of, and hopefully when I get old, they'll take care of me. But that's what I'm giving him for his birthday. That was way too much information, but just goes to show. Just remember, like, you know, if somebody's always giving you something, you might want to give back a little bit. There might be like an equal exchange, but karma's like that. Like, you always get it back from the people you don't expect. So I have my clients that give me stuff. I have other people in my life. I'm always giving, so I'm always receiving. And people get jealous of that, and I don't understand why, because you're not giving. You're not giving to all these other people. I give to strangers. I give to people on my channel. I give to my friends. I give to my family. You know what I mean? I give to my coworkers. Every Christmas, every job I had, I gave gifts to my coworkers and my boss. Always. It's coming back now. Do you know what I mean? So don't get mad at me. You know, why does she have all this stuff? Because I do more, and I deserve more, because I did more, and I cared more. Oh, I can't say I cared more, because that's subject to interpretation, but there is a direct correlation and link, just so you guys, if you didn't know, between what you give is what you get. Karma. And you don't get it back from the people you give to. You get it back from a complete stranger or someone else. When you find $100 on the floor, that's your karma. You know what I mean? So I give because my love language is gifts. I love gifts, therefore I give gifts. It brings me joy. I see the joy it brings other people. It gives their joy, gives me more joy. Like, oh, you like it? Yeah, I'm so happy you like it, And I think also the energy of that person using the item, every time they think of you, that goes into the universe, and then it comes back, because the universe is like, this person made that person happy multiple times over, so I'm gonna make sure this person is taken care of. Does that make sense? So just throwing that out there. I just had this conversation with that guy that I was telling you about that I met, and I asked him, I said, what are the three pieces of advice you would give somebody? I'll tell you what the 3 pieces of advice I would give somebody is. And he told me his, and they were basically part of the 4 Agreements. It's a book. If you haven't read it, look it up. I'll see if I have the link below. But it's called the 4 Agreements, and it's a book. And basically at the end, after what he finished saying, I was like, isn't that part of, like, I think it's called the 4 Agreements? And he's like, yes, it is. And he looked at me, he was surprised. And I was like, I have over 600 books. Like, I read, I have 7 books right there next to my bed. So yeah. And he was really surprised. So then he asked me what my 3 pieces of advice. I asked his friend told me. And my 3 pieces are this. My 3 pieces of advice are: be kind to everyone. There are times that I lose my temper. I'm not innocent. And I get angry. I'm not perfect. I'm not even going to say that I am. But in general, I'm unbelievably kind to the majority of the people that I meet. Like, if you give me attitude and you're messed up and you push me or whatever, I might clap back, I'm human. Especially if you screw me over, I'm going to say something, or you're rude or nasty to me. I might say something. Sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to say anything, which goes to the second point. So the first one is be kind to everyone. Why? Because you never know who you're going to meet. You never know how they can affect your life in a positive or negative way. If you're nasty to someone, they could change your whole life. They can get you fired. They can do a lot of things. You don't know who you are dealing with. So just be kind to everyone if you can. Like I said, I'm not perfect. There are times where I've had my moments. I think we've all had moments. So I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, I'm a saint. No, I'm totally not a saint. But just be kind to everyone in general, because you never know who's going to help you, who's not going to help you, who's going to hurt you because of the way that you treated them. That's 1. 2, karma is real. Whether you want to believe it or not, what you give is what you get. You're not going to see it right away. It might take years, but it's real. If somebody hurts you, do not be, you can't help it. It's a human experience. You have to get angry and upset and rageful and sometimes vindictive, and sometimes you think horrible things, like, it's just part of the human process. And I say this because with the intimacy school, which is something I ran a few years ago, which I might start again later, I had a lot of clients, and I talked to them, and I saw the process, like the 7 stages of grief or whatever, or like a breakup or whatever. And you see someone that's normally one way, and then they change because they're so hurt and destroyed and distraught. So what I say to people, only because I've seen this firsthand, is karma does not, you can't escape karma. If it doesn't hit you, it hits your kids, which is even worse, right? Because it's another way to get to you. But karma does not forget anybody. So if somebody wrongs you, you may not see the karma hit them, but the karma will hit them. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to plot, plan, nothing. You don't have to hurt anybody. You don't have to wish people bad. Just be like, you know what? I know someone saw it. I know the karma is going to come. I'm going to release that. It's not, sometimes it's not easy to release depending on how severe something someone did to you is. There are some horrible people out there. But karma will come back. And I was lucky enough to see the karma smack my boyfriend in the face. Remember that guy that I told you I was dating? Psh, psh, psh. Back to back to back karma. And it wasn't just, and I saw the karma for me, you know, that he got because of what he did to me. I saw the karma for what he did to his ex and the girl before that and the one before that. So I saw all the karma being served to this one man that thought he was going to get away with everything for so long. And I was lucky that the girl, you know, who got the order of protection from him, that found out his history and blah, blah, blah. She knows everything that's going on with him. She told me everything. And I was like, wow, God is good. God did what he had to do. And I was lucky enough to see that. But not everybody gets to see it. But just know in faith that they will get served. Like if somebody hits you and runs, their car's going to get messed up later. If somebody hurts you physically, they're physically going to be hurt later. Multiple fold, like over and abundant of what they did to you. And that's just my second piece of advice. Like karma is real. You don't need to see it. It's going to happen. Then, so you don't have to waste your energy and your time on the negativity that person did to you. Like, why is this happening? You don't have to think that. Just be like, if you can have faith and be like, you know what? I know in my heart, that's going to come back to you. I'm good. Let it go and move on. Not only do you have more time, you have mental sanity and you're not stressing out, you're positive vibing and you keep this positive stuff coming to you. But when you're negative, you start attracting negative energy because it's the vibe that you're on. So don't let other people screw up your vibe because they're horrible people, you know? And the third piece of advice was, it was a mixture. It has to do with the vibes. The third piece of advice was educate yourself as much as possible and stay high vibing. So basically, you have an opportunity when you go on YouTube to watch dumb, funny stuff, which we need sometimes to bring up your, you know, vibration, make you happy, or to literally sit there and finally educate yourself. Like when I grew up, people had encyclopedias. We didn't have the internet. So only the privileged had the knowledge through the encyclopedia to learn. My mom gave me an unabridged dictionary. I read it from beginning to end. That's why I have a lot of words in my head that when I write, people are like, you wrote this? My writing is far more advanced. You know, it's just a lot better than when I speak. When I speak, I want to say everything. I have 1,000 things in my head. But when I write, I take the time to actually find the word and the proper word for that. I'm not as good vocally as I am via literature and writing, which is why I love writing, because I surprise myself. I look at it and I'm like, I can't believe I even wrote this, you know. So always educate yourself, because this is a great time to live in. We have access to so much information, true and not true, you know, kind of tweaked and changed. So you kind of have to find the truth in all of the information that you're getting. But educate yourself. I have my real estate license, my life insurance license. I'm a notary public and I'm studying for my securities. You know, plus I do all these other things. If anything ever happens, there's always a source of income. It may not be a lot, but it's something. Do you know what I mean? And I can help people. Every time I meet someone, if they're going through something, I'm like, oh, I can help you. I can get you the life insurance. I can find you the apartment. You know, I can help you. So you know, I can notarize that document for you, you know, like, did you know that if you put this much away, you can have this much later on? If you tell anyone who's like 20 to 25, if you put just $25 a week, which I recommend putting more, away in any money mutual market, not anyone, but do your research, find a good one, Roth IRA, whatever. And by the time you're 65, you're going to have $1 million in retirement because you have compounded interest working for you. But if you're older like myself and you start putting the maximum of $550 a month away, you're still never going to catch up to the kid that started at 25 or 20, putting only $25 away because they have compounded interest working in their favor. So, you know, if you can teach anybody that, if you have kids or teenagers or grandkids or friends or families or nieces and nephews, just put $25 a week away every single week. Auto pay it. Obviously turn it off when you're out of work or transitioning, but for the most part, just do that, and you'll have a little bit more financial security when it's time to retire than most people who didn't put anything away. And obviously, if you could put more away, put more away. But I'm learning a lot about like what funds, and I'm going to teach you guys as I, you know, if I get licensed and the things that I'm learning, you know, to multiply your money. Because if you're a late starter like I am, like I made a lot of money and I spent it all, but I had a great time spending it all. I'm not going to say I regret it. I wish I would have done things a little differently, but I don't regret it because I feel like it's all going to come back to me anyway, you know. We'll see. But just put money away, you know, because and this is again something that I'm going to share with you, like if you want to retire, right, and you want to live off $50,000 a year for 20 years, that's $1 million. So if you retire at 65, that $1 million is going to carry you to 85. What happens if you live longer? And there's going to be surgeries, expenses, other things that you didn't expect because that's just how life is. You might have to change your car and a couple of other things. Those are higher expenses. So obviously if you have equity in your house, you can do a reverse mortgage, get the money, and then the house goes to the company. But if you want to leave it to your children, you need to make sure you're financially sound. So let's say you live to be 100, 95. So that's 1.5 million, but you're not factoring inflation. So you need to have 2 million if you think that you're going to live to be 95 years old if you retire at 65. So these are things that we need to think about, but nobody's thinking about that. Is that feasible? You can do that with a partner, but what if you're single? You know, so you got to find ways to make extra money, bank it, put it away so that you know that you're going to be taken care of. You should be investing money and getting a return because that's just free money. Take the money you have, get a return or like an interest, and then you're just getting free money that adds to your money, and then it just keeps growing. Real estates are good investments because you always gain equity on them, and when you sell them, that's a profit. You just pay the taxes on the profit. You know, like, so there's lots of ways to make money. Owning assets, collectibles, art. A lot of people buy art, right? They can write it off and then they rent it out to different museums or galleries and things of that nature. And then they can also write it off and they get that income that replaces the income of what the art costs. And sometimes they don't charge, but they write off what it would have been. It's just, I'm not into art and stuff like that, but I know that that's why people collect art, is to loan them to different galleries and museums, and then you make money off of it, or at least you can write it off. So, and that helps to offset your income. So it's an asset that continuously helps your income, you know. People collect art and they resell it. People collect bags in their investment pieces and then they resell it because obviously with the markups going up, something's going to happen with fashion. It can't stay that way. But that's all. I gotta go. That's all I have to say. That's my alarm. I have to say to you guys, I hope it helped. I hope you guys learned something. If you like my channel, please subscribe. I don't always talk about stuff like this, but we were on this. My ear, I cannot hear anything out of this ear. I'm very concerned. I'm going to go take a decongestant right now and see if that helps. I might self-medicate because I did buy some antibiotics when I went to Peru. Amoxicillin, so I'm going to see if that'll help. Maybe it is an infection. I cannot find my ENT's number, but I got to find it and try to set up an appointment because she was good. She got the wax out of my ear. I'm pretty sure I might just go. I'm at the point right now where tonight, if I don't feel well, I might just run to the emergency room. I like to go to the emergency room after 10 o'clock because it's empty. If you go throughout the day, there's people sitting there all day for hours. I don't have time for all that. I go in at like 10, 11 o'clock, sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's there. They see me right away, and then I leave. You know what I mean? This just makes it easier. So I might just go to the emergency room and see if there's wax in there, if they can take it out with the suction, if they can give me an antibiotic in case it's an infection, and if they can see if it's ruptured. I think I'm going to do that tonight. And I'll let you guys know how that works out. All right, you guys, until next time. Bye.